In Illinois, more people die from heart disease than anything else. 32,000 people died in 2010, according to the American Heart Association.
But how do you react in those first few moments of an emergency can determine whether you live or die. ABC News Channel 20's Maggie Pateau takes a look at a disturbing new trend of people driving themselves to the hospital while in the throes of a heart attack.
I had pressure on my chest and pain going down my left arm, but it felt like it just went to my elbow.
320 feet underground and 2 miles away from the entrance of the coal mine shaft, Daryl Howard was having a heart attack.
I was waiting for a backboard or something, you know, but wasn't going to be a backboard in this case.
Company EMTs rushed him to the surface. Then, not one, but 2 different ambulance services responded. This couple, married nearly 46 years, says that the paramedics did everything right.
Because there's no reason why he should have made it. He shouldn't have made it even to the hospital, but he did.
Daryl is alive today because someone called 911 and the quick response of paramedics.
So immediately what we're going to do on scene is take an initial EKG of their heart rhythm. We do a 12-lead EKG, which is the same type of EKG that they do in the emergency room, and then we immediately send it by cellular technology so that the doctors can see it in the ER.
An ambulance can get you to the hospital faster, and paramedics can give you the same drugs that you'd get in an emergency room. Drugs like aspirin, Plavix, and nitroglycerin. Yet not everyone turns to 911 when they're having a heart attack.
Our data is about 60-40. 60% drive themselves in, 40% come by ambulance, and that hasn't changed in any kind of statistical significance over the last few years.
This alarming trend also evident at St. John's Hospital. Last year, 54% of patients having a heart attack arrived there by ambulance. 45% walked in. Experts say a big part of the problem, people still don't know the warning signs.
People interpret it as heartburn. You can have indigestion-like symptoms, burping, profound fatigue, break out in a sweat, get short of breath.
Like Ron Scheckler.
When I woke up, I had a little pain in my chest. Felt like a golf ball was stuck in my chest. I thought it was heartburn.
But Ron was having a heart attack. He and his wife Sherry decided to drive to the hospital from Loami, with Ron behind the wheel and not thinking clearly.
I had a couple cigarettes on the way in because I was nervous that I could possibly be having a heart attack.
Within minutes of his arrival to St. John's emergency room, Ron was whisked to the catheterization lab.
In our business, we have a saying, time is muscle. And so the idea is you want to restore blood flow as quickly as possible.
Dr. Meshkel sharing with us exactly what he saw and did when Ron hit the table. After he identifies the blocked arteries, he takes 15 seconds to pass a wire to the artery. Then he places 3 balloon stents in his heart and restores blood flow. 40 minutes to save Ron's life.
I treated it as if it was nothing until the time they told me that it was a heart attack.
Clearly, once you've been diagnosed with heart disease, you have heart disease, and you can't cure heart disease.
Well, Dr. Nilesh Goswami at Prairie Heart Institute says that if you smoke, are diabetic, have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or have a family history of heart disease, particularly at a young age, and you do experience symptoms of a heart attack, don't hesitate. Liz, Vince, it's all the more reason for you to call 911.
Great report, Maggie. Quick question, is Ron Scheckler still smoking?
You know, the good thing is the day that he actually came in for his heart attack, he quit a 30-year habit. And his doctor, Dr. Meshkel, actually brought his wife in and said, you will not smoke around Ron, and she too also quit her smoking habit as well. So they're doing great.
It's unfortunate it took an episode like that for him to have to quit.
Absolutely.
Now, what about Daryl Howard? How's life for him now?
Life for him is moving forward. He had his heart attack on December 23rd, and he's spending time with his wife, rehabilitating. And the good thing for Ron is that Daryl is that he is now faithfully taking his high blood pressure medication, which is what he was not doing, and that caused his heart attack.
They call it the silent killer.
Absolutely. Yeah.